Alright, what's going on? Welcome to the video, guys. So we're going to be looking at a very interesting tank today, the SU-2-122, and you can get this in the loot boxes, the Christmas boxes, during holiday ops. I gotta be honest, I hate this thing, man. It's a total turd, but it's kind of fun to play. It's something a little bit different, I guess, but dude, this thing is awful, man. This thing is awful. It's basically like a giant Hetzer at tier 5. It hits pretty hard, man, but it's just like the shell velocity is so slow, 515 meters a second, and the heats are 412 meters a second. And the heats hit for 370 with 140 pen, and the HEs hit for 450 if they pen at 61 millimeters a pen. And like, that's okay, man, but this thing is just like, if people put pressure on you, you're in trouble. It has no view range at all. And yeah, I'm just kind of surprised that for a reward from the loot boxes, like it's a total turd, man. And you can only turn the turret, like the range at which you can turn the turret is very narrow. Or I'm sorry, you can turn the guns because it's turretless, right? But yeah, and the accuracy is not that great. Like it's a derp, and the shell velocity is so slow that you're never gonna hit anything. But it's almost funny to play, man. Like it's so bad that it's amusing to me. But I'm gonna show it for you here just because it's a new tank that kind of came out in the loot boxes and all. It's a 2-shell tank destroyer, a Russian tank destroyer. I'm sorry, a 2-gun. And basically what happens is when you fire, it switches over to the next gun, and you have like that intra-clip reload or whatever the heck it's called. We're able to get a shot into the 14 TP there for 377. And yeah, like when it hits, man, it's great, but you're just never gonna, you're hardly gonna ever hit anything with it, man, trust me. I got really lucky here and hit both of these shots in a row, and we're at 729 damage, but the expected values are also very, very high in this thing. Like, that's just the way I feel about it. I feel like I was averaging like 600 damage in this vehicle, and that was like 40th something percentile, and I stopped playing it, man. I have no idea how people are averaging like over 1,000 damage in this vehicle game. You can't hit anything in this tank. So I really think you have to play it like a TD. It's too fragile, but maybe people are like just coming up and derping with it instead and just smacking someone in the face and then trying to pull away. But it's so slow, man. You know, it's very slow. It almost to me feels like an SU-100Y. Like, the concealment is not great, and that's kind of how it feels. It feels like a mini SU-100Y, but you have 2 guns, and the shell velocity is half the time, or I'm sorry, the shell velocity is twice the time, right? It takes twice the time to reach your target, and yeah, it's I think half the speed is what I meant to say, but you guys know what I'm saying. And yeah, it has 2 guns, like whatever, man. But yeah, it's just not like, this is the best game I played in it, so I'm going to show you what it looks like in the best of situations. I load an HE shell here, and I'm able to pen the T28. No, I'm not able to pen the T28 with the HE shell, but it hits him pretty hard still. And yeah, it's just like, I can never recommend a tank like this, but if you guys want to play it, you're more than welcome to try it out. We're going to try and take a shot at the Nashorn here. So I loaded the HE to try and hopefully hit this guy, and we were able to hit the Nashorn with an HE for 416. And yeah, we're at 1400 damage, and I think that's pretty much going to be it for this game. But if you can actually hit something with this tank, it's pretty strong. But other than that, I don't recommend it, guys. But I figured I would show it for you here on the channel. Like, why not, man? I picked it up in the loot boxes. I figured I'll give it a go. But yeah, I'm averaging like 600 something damage in it. Basically 2 full damage shells for heat. And yeah, man, it's just 40 percentile or something like that, like high 600s in the damage, and it's awful, dude. It's just awful. So I don't know if I'm going to continue playing this thing. I might try to play it again, but it's just such a turd. Like, I do not like tanks like this at all. Maybe you just have to be more patient in it, and that's the reason why I can't do very good in it. But that's the game, guys. I didn't do any end plates for this. I just figured I would show you this tank because I got it in the boxes, and I also got like the M3 Lite. I might give that a shot. It basically looks, it's a Stort, but it's like the Chinese version of the Stort, the M3 Stort. And I got one other vehicle. I think it's like a tier 5 German medium or light or something like that. So I might also show that one here as well. But figured I would show this to you guys, the SU-2-122. I highly recommend that you don't play this vehicle, but if it fits your playstyle, go for it, guys. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you for the next one, guys. Take care now. Bye-bye.